This is Dispatch for Windows, developed and published by Ad Hoc Studios and released in October of 2025. After I finished going through this game, I did a little reading, and one of the articles I read mentioned that this developer may have been close to shutting down as they released this. But then the game did gangbusters, and that really helped the trajectory of the studio. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. It sounds like a nice internet story. Ultimately, I'm glad for the success of this game, and I really hope this studio is able to do more like this. This is a fascinating superhero game, and I see a huge potential here for sequels or other games in this genre or style. I think they could do some really good stuff with horror. It could really be fantastic. Dispatch was originally released in a few different stages. They put them out in episodes, but all those episodes are now out at this point. And when I finished my first playthrough, I really loved it, and I thought back that if I had picked this up back when it was just being released as episodes, that might have been really frustrating for me. Because, I gotta be honest, I was riveted to this the whole time, and I didn't want to put it down. I think I would have been really bummed if I ran out of chapters and I had to wait. So this game, honestly, it's really about story, and this story is actually, I think, very well done. We have a very interesting superhero narrative, and it's in a unique world, and it's set with new and different heroes that you've never heard of before. I was really impressed the whole way through, and everything just felt right. Here you play the character of Robert, who actually was the hero Mecha Man. In the first chapter, things happen to you, and you end up becoming a superhero dispatcher. This is you trying to arrange the proper assignment of other heroes on your team to stop crimes that are happening across the city. The heroes in your crew, or at least my crew, they were all ex-villains, and basically they're trying to redeem themselves, which I think is a great basis for a character. It really works here. Some of these people are making the transition easier than others, of course, and you yourself are going through your own crisis. You're trying to deal with what happened, and where you currently are in life. It really works, and it really works well. I'm not going to give more of the story away than that. I think it's worth your experience, especially if you like superhero movies. And kind of it's a choose-your-own-adventure type of a thing, and it's the experience and the story that you go through that makes it worthwhile. And I know it's also a little different for each person. I think it's a great experience. Totally worth it. Now, as far as gameplay goes, the actual gameplay is limited. When you're on shift, crimes appear, and you have to figure out the best combination of your squad to send along. Your heroes are going to have different skills, and some are going to pair better together than others. When a crime arrives, that crime is going to require certain attributes to complete successfully. You got to figure out what skills your people have, and then match them up and get them sent out there to hopefully save the day. Fighting crime is actually not an active thing that you do here. It's really just a roll of the dice, and your odds are determined by the combination of heroes that you sent along. It's not exciting like a button-mashing game, but it does feel unique and strategic. I think it works here. You also have plot points along the way where you can make decisions about the story, and this will take your adventure down a particular path. Past this and the different crime matchups, this is mostly you watching an animated story. You do have an area where you're basically hacking stuff, and you're playing a small mini-game, but that's a minor investment of time. Most of this is you watching basically a movie. It's simple in terms of gameplay for sure, and hopefully you find it as interesting as I do. And this is also a good time to mention this story isn't for kids. It really isn't. It's just oriented to adults. The graphics, if you haven't noticed, are of a high-quality cartoon, and it totally reminds me of those 80s cartoon games they had, like Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, or Cliffhanger, although this one is definitely more advanced. It has more things to do, it has its own art style, it's a deeper story, and it's a much, much longer story. Still, when I see cartoons in a video game, my mind always wants to connect it to Dragon's Lair. That's where I thought all games were going to be going when I was a little kid, so this is a game that just feels catered towards what I really wanted, which is kind of nice. The voice acting here is also far better than I would have expected, the whole way through, and the music that they have in different places is great. Everything fits the mood, it fits the scenes, it fits the story. I know it's all, or most of it anyway, is probably well licensed. I'm pretty sure I didn't include any in the footage here, but It all sounds great. This is a very high production, and I believe there are some famous people that are acting in some of these parts, so it's really nice. I've been playing this one on my Steam Deck, actually, and it was connected into a television, and I've been focused on this from start to finish. It looks and it plays great, and I just love the way this unfolded, and I certainly want more. But I'm also hopeful that this could lead to other games in a similar style, maybe that aren't superhero-based. This one game, Dispatch, really succeeds, at least with me, with the story that we have here, and it really satisfied me throughout. It's also one of the few games that I bought when it was really new. Usually I wait till things go on a steep sale because I have such a deep backlog of games. But this one I paid just about full price for. I think I paid $30, and I have to say it is 100% worth it. I'm very happy with this one. Overall, it was far better than I could have imagined, and as I'm starting my second playthrough, I'm really excited to see where I can take the story next. As I understand it, there are 6 different endings that are possible, and I just want to experience more of them and see how much more I can unravel. Well, that's all I have today for Dispatch for Windows. Thank you so much for stopping by for a look, and I hope to catch you on another video.